Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is the clue for Friday the 13th of December 2024. And there's never been a more apt man for Friday the 13th. As with yesterday's candidate, this is another Marshal of France. This guy is beloved by many. I can understand why, but I'm not really for his ability, in my humble opinion. Now, that said, he was a light cavalry commander par excellence. And not only light cavalry, he also conducted two massive charges, which, I mean, they must have been... If you could transport yourself back in time to see one of the most amazing sights of warfare, I think this probably was either of these days, either at Eylau or at Leipzig, where this man led the cream of the French and Allied cavalry in massive charges. Now, with all the smoke and all that kind of stuff, probably wouldn't have looked as incredible as we like to think, but even so, it must have been some sight. He is perhaps more famous for his fashion sense than his ability to command armies, but he was also a king. He was a king twice over, and nearly three times. He basically was offered one kingdom, and he turned it down for another one, and then he bailed on that one for a third one. So he was a king three times, and he was killed when Napoleon returned from exile. This guy thought it would be a good idea to return from his exile back to Naples, but the Neapolitans were not quite as forgiving as the French. His star was hitched to Napoleon's rapid rise to glory. This was the man that Napoleon sent to get the cannons with which he gave the sans culottes the infamous whiff of grape shot. And he would end up marrying Napoleon's sister. His legend is perhaps the one that rose the soonest after his death, where I am told that commanders on both sides of the American Civil War modelled themselves after him, notably Jeb Stuart and George Custer for the Confederacy and the Union, respectively. While one might doubt his intelligence and perhaps his loyalty, one cannot doubt his bravery. This is a man who, if you wanted someone to lead you in a charge, this is absolutely the guy that would take you to death and glory with absolutely no compunction whatsoever. So that's your clue for the 13th of December. He's quite a famous character, particularly flamboyant, and I think this picture does quite a nice job of representing him. Well, I hope you're enjoying it so far. We are now over halfway, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another clue.